What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. The movie I want to take a look at right now is Lucy and Desi. Now, this is a documentary that's based on the lives of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz when they were on the show I Love Lucy, and also with their personal lives. And this hits Amazon Prime Video this Friday, March 4th, if this is something that interests you and you want to check it out, regardless of what I'm about to say. So, going into this, a couple things stuck out to me. One is directed by Amy Poehler. I don't think she's directed a documentary before. I could be wrong. But the only thing I remember her directing, which was her first feature debut, which was Moxie for Netflix. And of course, she's a prolific writer and actress. She's been around the business for a long time, and I never thought she had an interest in making documentaries or telling a story that way with real life people and footage and everything. So that fascinated me. The second thing is I've always been a fan of I Love Lucy and Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, and I've always wanted to know a more intimate look into their lives and kind of peel back the curtain, if you will, and kind of go take a deep dive into their life beyond the show. Because when you're watching the show, you love the show, you love the characters, but it's got this Hollywood sheen on it. It's very glossy, it's very glamorous, but we don't know what goes on beyond the show. So that fascinated me. And three is that Amazon Prime Video already released something like this with Being the Ricardos, and they released it in December for awards consideration cutoffs, and it worked because Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem are nominated for their roles as Lucy and Desi. So now here we are. Now here's a documentary coming out 3 weeks before the Oscars, and I like it. I didn't really care for Being the Ricardos, but this kind of makes up for it. This one, to me, was just a really it was intense. It was very intimate. It was just a really intriguing watch about two people that were super talented at what they did, and just the struggles that they had in their marriage and their relationship, their business relationship, and just what they accomplished in history, with this show. It's just, everything about it was just this emotional roller coaster that director Amy Poehler took us on, and I had a pretty good time with it. The one thing I liked about what Amy did is that she really didn't pull any punches. She showed the good, she showed the bad, she showed the ugly of this relationship, making them more human and more empathetic, and we can connect with them more. Just because, like I said earlier on, when you watch the show, you just think of them as their characters. You don't know anything beyond the struggles that they're going through, or anything that they have going on with their marriage that might be stressful to them, or just whatever. That was nice to kind of see, and I really connected with them even more watching them kind of just be human. And that's the human experience, right? It is a roller coaster of all types of emotions and experiences that shape us as who we are and how we carry ourselves moving forward in life. Everything about just their life was just, there was some good, there was some bad, and there was damn sure some ugly. But I think they are just, the way it was told didn't really shine them in a bad light, or a full on good light. It was just more of here's just how they were, here's how they are. We're gonna present you to them in their rawest form, and you can decide for yourself. But I think really showing us that kind of deep dive look into their lives as a husband and wife, business partners, parents, all that was really fascinating. Especially if you have always wanted to know a little bit more about Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. I think Amy Poehler tells a pretty compelling story. And honestly, I wanted to see more. I wanted to see a little bit more into their lives. But this goes from the time they meet to the time they both pass. And so, it kind of covers the majority of their lives. But I just wanted to see more. I wanted to see more behind the scenes of I Love Lucy, to be quite frank. So, that's just more of a selfish thing. But yes, I think it's edited really well. It's very, it's got a flashy pace to it. It doesn't drag in any way, shape, or form. I was just fascinated on how much it explored within each scenario and each scene. Really just kind of showcasing how mediocre Being the Ricardos is, because as a fictional film, it does what it does, competently, but I never really felt like it dove deep enough. And that's what this one does. It literally plays like Being the Ricardos, except we know a little bit more history behind each scenario and situation, and just what people are feeling, and all that stuff, and it really just made it for a more well-rounded journey. So yeah, I there's really nothing more to say. I think everyone involved with this documentary did a fantastic job. I liked all the interview shots; they were all nice and clean. I liked the audio recordings that they got from Lucille, and just by the end of it, I almost had a tear in my eye, just knowing that like everything that she went through and like what she was being recognized for and what happened days prior. It's just, yeah, it was a good one. So yeah, if you're into documentaries, and if you loved I Love Lucy, or if you're fascinated about their lives, I think this is a good one. So yeah, so let me know down below if you've seen Lucy and Desi, and if whether you loved it, hated it, liked it, whatever. But just please let me know down below. But that will do it for this review, guys. I'm Chase Lee, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.